never had a heart attack, did you? Fine. Don't be afraid. A lot of pain, but fine. You get a lot of attention. People putting IVs in you and laying in. The sweetest place in the world is an ICU, intensive care unit. Nurses running everywhere. My son was 11 years old and visited me in the ICU. And he looked at the various graphs and the electronic equipment, and beep, 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 and all these tubes going in and out of me. And he remarked to my mother, well, at least we know where he is.
The life of Leo Underhill is legend in Cincinnati. Radio personality extraordinaire with a love for fast living. But that almost ended one day when Leo had a heart attack while on the air. But the red flashing lights of the emergency ambulance outside the WNOP studios is no longer a scary sight. It means that Leo Underhill is about to go on the air.
Had some heart trouble, had a couple of heart attacks, and I went off the air in the morning on the doctor's advice. And I decided to try it again. I told the doctor, I said, what if I go to work in an ambulance with a couple of nurses? You know, it's a great strain signing on in the morning. And he said, well, if you want to do that, all right.
Leo has been on the air for 38 years in Cincinnati. 21 of those years have been at WNOP. NOP goes on the air when the sun rises and off when the sun sets. And it's believed to be the only radio station in the country which floats. WNOP is actually 3 steel drums welded together. Want a tour? Well, the 2 rooms upstairs are radio production and the on-air studio, while downstairs is the business office. Simple as that. But when a barge heads upriver, the Jazz Ark begins to rock.
And I don't get seasick anymore. But when I first started to work on this thing, with some of those horrendous hairy mornings, it was many long play records.
In spending a day with Leo, a few things become obvious. First is that he loves what he's doing, and second is that it's almost impossible to get a serious answer about his legendary hard living.
Hard living? Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Very hard living. Not the easy kind. No, I figured it. I probably could have lived to have been 100 if I'd have been a nice, athletic, exercising people. I never exercised either, never did. I get a good bit of exercise acting as a pallbearer to my friends who exercise.
There has to be something about which Leo is serious. After some searching, I found that Leo is serious about the racetrack. He is one of the area's most respected handicappers and provides tips to bettors before each race.
Coming up on the 9th race, 1 mile and 70 yards, this track looks a little bit off. I'm going to pick a horse that's going to come from off of it.
I've been playing horses for 40 years. For 25 years, I've fed many 1,000 a nag. In the last 15 years, and just in case any members of the IRS are looking and leering, I broke about even.
Music is the leader on the outside.
It's it's a challenging, exciting sort of thing. And when you get my age, it beats women.
Darn, just when I thought I was going to get a serious answer. As for the women in Leo's life, there's always been only one. Margie. She's been married to Leo for 37 years and knows about his other side.
Well, he's 2 different people. When he's out, he's one person. When he's home, he's a different person. He's quiet, sits down and relaxes, watches TV, and when he's out, he is busy. So he's really 2 different people.
What care is taken, she does it. She makes sure I take my medication, and I really, pardon me, I don't drink as much as I used to. I'll drink a fifth and a half a case of beer now and say, that's it, that's enough, you know, because you've got to cut down. I'm down to 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day. There are things you have to do after you've had a heart attack. And I tried to get as much as 3-4 hours sleep a night. You know, it's called health care. Blue Cross hates me. You know, you see these TV ads all the time. Join Blue Cross. I get letters all the time. When you going to cancel? I'm killing them. That's why your rates are so high, people like me.
Leo Underhill is a perfect study of how not to live. The things he takes seriously include only his family, his radio show, and the racetrack. As for his lifestyle, his friends and his fans hope that the ambulance keeps bringing him to the station and doesn't come to take him away. And Ray Scott issues that plea each night when WNOP signs off.
But don't forget tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to get out of bed with Leo Underhill. He'd like that. Leo, especially for you, we have this sign off. So if you're listening in, old man, it's time for your Betty Bye and
for a while, sleep tight for a while. Hope you don't die tonight.
from my heart to you, sincerely, Leo, don't die tonight.